Hi everyone, welcome back to my channel. Lately I've been playing around with shadow boxes and I've been trying to come up with different ways that I could create them to send happy mail to crafty friends, and I'm just toying around with different ideas on how I can present the shadow box. So this one right here, this is a little one that I made from a 7 by 7.5 sheet of paper, and it's really cute. You could put little things like, let's see, I have some hearts here. It's a really cute size to put like little things in here. And then I created this sleeve from scratch. I just made it on a whim and it just slides in there perfectly. So there's this one here that I have. This one is more landscaped, and this is paper from Miss Kate Cuttables. And then this one here, it just has some diagonal lines, and this one you can open it this way. So I made these ones. This was the prototype, and I just wanted to share with you guys that ignore the score lines. I was trying to figure out how the size that I wanted it to be. But this was double-sided paper. This is from the Damask Summer Collection. I'm sure some of you are familiar with it, but it is double-sided paper. And the thing with double-sided paper is you need to be careful about the direction, because if you have sentiments or things that are directional, then they'll come out upside down. Even though this is right side up, the top and the bottom are going to come out upside down. So when you're looking for paper, if you want to use double-sided paper, then make sure that the pattern on the paper is a random print, where it doesn't matter what the direction is that the print is. So I made those, and then this one, I made this one with chipboard. I made the cover with chipboard, and I just embellished the front of it. I'm still in the process of decorating it. So that's the back, Miss Kate Cuttables, and a mixture of some of the Michaels paper. And then this is the inside. What I did here, let me show you first. I made it wide enough so that if you wanted to layer up your embellishments or your decorating, you can. And on the inside here, this is a Velcro closure. I just have some flowers in there. You can put whatever you want in there. And then on this one, I have some shaker bits. There's 2 in here. You could probably put a little bit more in there. But that's what I created for this. And it was so much fun to make. And I'm going to do a tutorial for you guys. But I'm going to do it on this one. Let's put this here for now. So this is one that I made from a 12 by 12 sheet of paper, and I decorated it. Let me tell you first of all, this paper collection, I got this at Joann. It's a DCWV, and it came out in 2013, so I don't know if they still have this, but I know they do carry this brand at Joann. And I figured I was going to use a sheet of paper that I knew I wasn't going to use on any project, so I picked this one here. I figured it was my least favorite in this whole set, and I am just blown away at how beautiful it looks. I really surprised myself with this one. I didn't think it was going to come out this good. So this is the back, and this is a 12 by 12 sheet of paper that I made this with. There is a cover on this, and it is magnetic. I used like a little more than 1.5 sheets of paper for this, and it's really easy to do. And the only reason why I had to do a little more than 1.5 sheets of paper is because I had to create this hinge here, and this whole lid is a double-sided or a folded over 6 by 12 sheet of paper. So on the inside here, there's plenty of space. You can put little goodies in here for a crafty friend or one of your friends or family. And I do have magnets on here, like I said, and I'm going to show you guys how to create this. Okay, so you're going to need your scoreboard, and you're going to need some tape and some scissors. I have these here, and these are the pieces that I have. Because this is a 12 by 12 sheet of paper, you're going to need to use 2. And this is for the attachment to the back. I'm going to add a piece back here. And then this is a 6 by 12 sheet of paper. And this is for the lid. And then this piece here, this is going to be for the bottom of the shadow box. And you will need some acetate as well. I'm going to cut a window in the lid and then add some acetate to that. Okay, so let's get started with the base. Like I said, we're going to be using magnets, and I've already attached my magnets so that I don't forget to add them. On this 12 by 12 sheet of paper, we are going to be scoring at 3/4 of an inch increments all the way around on all four sides. So we're going to go 3/4 of an inch. It's got a little bit of a shine to it, a gloss to it. Then we're going to go 1.5. You have to be careful. And then we're going to go 2 1/4 and 3. Three-quarters of an inch, 1.5 inches, 2 1/4, and 3. Rotate your paper. On this side here, we're going to go over 3/4 of an inch, which is 3 3/4, and we're going to go down to the second score line. Okay, down to the second score line, and then we're going to come over to 8 1/4, and we're going to do the same. We're going to come down to the second score line. Okay, so let me pick this up and show you guys. You can see it right there, and then right here. Okay, and then what we're going to do is we're going to take your cardstock and flip it all the way over to the opposite side, and we're going to do the same thing again. So 3 3/4 down to the second score line, and then 8 1/4 score down to that second score line. Okay, so that's what we have. As you can see again. All right, so the next thing we're going to do is I'm going to get my pencil. I hope it'll work on this, and we're going to make a line. Okay, so you can see what I did. I went from that where I ended that second score line on that second line there, and I made a diagonal line down to the next line, but over to this section here. And that's where we're going to cut, and we're going to do that on all four sides. Okay, so we're going to, you can use a pencil and you can erase it later. Okay, and we're going to go here and then here. Okay, so what we're going to do is we are going to, let me show you where we're going to cut. We're going to cut that. Okay, and all of this we're going to cut. All right, so we're going to cut along this line, this line, this line, then come down to there. Okay, so let's go ahead and do that. And when you cut, you need to make sure that you cut that score line off completely, because if you don't, it's going to interfere the way that your score lines are going to crease. Okay, so if you can see where I've cut the score line. Okay, that's what you want to do for all sides. Okay, so this is what you're left with when you finish cutting. All right, so this piece here, you're gonna put on last. You're gonna attach it last, or you're gonna fold it up last. Okay, this side and this side, the one that has the diagonal. All right, so let's go ahead and put our score tape on. And I'm going to move my magnet down. 1, 2, 3. Where that diagonal line is, that's where I'm going to attach my magnet. So I'm just going to slide this down here to there for now, and we'll center it up and position it where we want it later. So you're going to put score tape on the last or the bottom piece here. And I'm putting it closer to that score line. Okay, so now we're going to fold our score lines up and burnish all our score lines. The reason why I'm keeping the magnets there is because I don't want to forget them if I take them off. So that's what we're left with. So this is where I want my magnet to be on the inside, and I'm going to just try and center it up a little bit. That looks about good. Then I'm going to take some of my score tape and I'm going to tape that down. Okay, so that's where that is. All right. So what we're going to do is we're going to add this piece in here. And I'm going to trim it down a little bit because I don't want it to get too close to the score lines, because that can be a problem when I'm trying to fold it. So I'm going to get my trimmer. And I'm just going to trim off 1/4 of an inch. So that's 5 3/4. And I'm going to trim off on this side as well. Okay, so we're going to bring this back, and that fits much better. So I'm going to glue that down with some wet glue. And this square right here is 6 by 6. So you want your inside paper, your decorative paper, to be less than 6 by 6. We're going to do the sides first. Remember, this diagonal side is the last. And so what we're going to do is we're going to fold this down like this. Close my glue. Fold it down in half so that this piece is in half. Okay. And then you're going to take this backing off of your tape and fold it down all the way and press. And then when you pop it up, that's what you get. All right, and we'll straighten that up later. So you're going to do that on the sides first. Give it a good burnish, and then there. So then this side here, what we're going to do is I'm going to flatten these, and I'm going to take my glue, and these diagonal pieces here, I'm just going to give it a light amount of glue, small amount. We don't want it to ooze out either. Okay? And then what I'm going to do is I'm going to do the same thing. I'm going to push this down, take my backing off, and then press down and push that up. And then you're going to get your corners nice and mitered, and then just hold that for a few seconds. Okay. Let me see, I have a pencil mark here, so I'll erase that later. And then on this side here, you're gonna do the same thing with the glue. Just add a little bit of glue on both sides. Now this one is gonna be a little trickier because I can't push these sides down. So you're gonna have to fiddle with it a little bit to get it where you want it to be. And then just hold down those glue spots for a few seconds. Put this aside for now. I'm gonna take this paper. This is our 6x12 paper, and I'm gonna score it right down the middle. Okay. Right down the center. Okay. And I'm gonna fold it in half. Okay. And then this is going to be the lid. But what I'm gonna do right now is I'm going to cut a window in it. All right, so I'm gonna do that right now. I'll be right back. Okay, so I've cut through both sections. All right, now the next thing I wanna do is I wanna line this up. I'm gonna open this up, take my magnet from that side, make sure everything is lined up. And then I'm going to just drop my magnet. So that's where it goes. I'm gonna get some tape and position that right where it needs to be. Okay, so that's done. All right, now the next thing that we're going to do is we're going to add our acetate. I have gone ahead and put the red line tape on it, so I'm going to tape it down to this section right here. You can go ahead and reinforce it with a little bit of glue, wet glue. Okay, so once you have this part done, we're going to take this piece here. This is for the spine, so to speak. And we don't want to close this up yet until we attach this. So this strip is 1.5 inches, and we're going to score it right down the middle at 3/4 inch. Okay, 3/4 inch. And then we are going to fold it and burnish it. And what I like to do is I like to clip off the ends a little bit here, just do a wedge cut. And then what we're going to do is we're going to glue this onto here, onto this lid here. And I'm just going to let this dry on its own for a couple of minutes. And I'll be right back. Okay, so once the glue has a little time to set up, we're going to seal all of this closed. Okay, and I'm going to use wet glue for that.
Okay, and then the last thing that we have to do is just seal this part down. And also what I would do is, so that it opens and closes better, I would fold it back on itself, that, and then fold it back the right way. Okay, so let's go ahead and make sure you have the right side. This is where your magnet is. I'm going to put some score tape on this side so it can hold a little bit better. Okay, so that's all I've done. I'm going to take it off. Then I'm going to put some glue on this side. And then we're going to attach it. And there's your box. Just gonna wipe the acetate down with a cloth and decorate it. But it's as easy as that. It's not difficult at all. You can choose to do a window or not. It's totally up to you how you want to decorate it. It's that simple, and your magnets are hidden. There you go. All right, so I move this out of the way now. Let me know what you guys think about this project if you're going to try it. Like I said, it's great for sending happy mail. If you just wanted to do a quick project and send some goodies to a friend, you could put some sweet treats in here too if you wanted to. Really quick and easy project to do. You can make a bunch of these if you wanted to and send them out to your friends. So if you do try it, please go ahead and tag me. I would love to see what you guys do and how you decorate it. I will see you guys on my next video. Thank you so much for staying till the end, and I hope to see you guys in my next video. Bye for now.